Okay, you're very welcome back to Drive Time with me, Eric McCarthy. I'm with you until 6 o'clock today, and I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by local musicians Sean and Andrew Long, and from all the way out from Cherrymount. Good afternoon, lads. How are you?
How are you doing, Eric?
Well, how are you getting on? You right?
Very good, thanks. Tell me, you're about to start on a new journey, which is a new group, I suppose, together.
Sure.
Just to let people know that both of you are brothers, quite young. And you've just formed a little group. What are you after calling it?
We're calling it Stepping Stones.
Okay, and any reason behind that, or was it just?
Well, we used to play in a band there maybe about 6-7 years ago, and we were out gigging the whole time. And we were out, I'd say, for about a year. We were playing, and that we were originally called Stepping Stones, and we
had a banner from that, and we decided since we had the banner, we keep the name.
Yeah. Cut down on costs.
Yes.
And why not? You're just after recording a new single.
Yeah, that's right. Game show.
Game show.
Game show is what it's called.
And who wrote it, or where did it come from?
I wrote it back when I was about 19 years old. I was playing around with the recorder one day, and literally I kind of wrote it by mistake. You know, all the riff and all that. It just kind of came to, I was just playing the keyboards and stuff like that, and it just came out of nowhere really. And then I just started putting a song to it, and I put words to it, and then I started putting brass sections and all this to it, and that's how I got the song then from there. So,
and where does how? Because for someone like me, I have no idea how would you even start writing a song or music or anything like that. Where is it all coming from?
Basically, you put the guitar to it first, wasn't it? You put guitar to it first, and then put the music to it. Then after
what
that,
I done was I was on a recorder that we had, and I put fast drums to just a drum beat, just a fast drum beat, and I put acoustic guitar to that then, and then I started playing around with the keyboards. And when I started playing around with the keyboards, then I ended up getting the riff, and I kind of wrote the song based off that then, that's how I would have wrote the song originally. But I enjoyed doing it.
And do you write a lot of your own music, or?
I say there's maybe a portfolio there, maybe 30 songs that we'd like to do, but it's the time to do it and the finance to put it all together, and with music videos and stuff like that. So hopefully,
is it expensive to get something like that going? Is it, or
it's a few bob. It depends on your budget, for the song. Like the music video we had is done out in our home place, so we could cut down on cost there, and we done it inside as well, and we had our own lights and stuff like that. We didn't need to put in too much expenses in it, but maybe in the future we might get more money together for a music video or more musicians.
Just like anything, I suppose you can spend as much as you want on recording, or
of course, and it was just myself and Andrew who done the recording as well. We didn't have any extra musicians, but John Burke out in Claycastle Studios was phenomenal.
Very good.
Leading us in the right direction, and anything you'd ask him to do, he'd do it, and he'd do it better, which was a great help. So he put the drum arrangement together. Excellent work from Claycastle Studios. Very
good.
It's great to have something that some local that'll get a lot of musicians, a lot of bands off the ground, like yourselves.
100%.
Like you said, you played before with another group. I mean, is this your first time just together, or is it have you been playing all through the years?
Well, I played my first gig when I was 13. And that was in the Porter House, so it was.
It's known as Hennessy's now.
Known as Hennessy's now, yeah. And
Kevin Powers in my day.
Yeah. Yes. But that was the first gig we played. So that was, I'm 22 now, so that was 9 years ago. And we played with Stepping Stones for about 2 years. And then myself and Sean then went out together. We were called Sean and Drew. And we went out with each other for about a year then. And
we played a lot in kind of the Waterford and Cork sides.
We played a lot. Waterford and Cork is where we were mainly based, and we just kind of stopped then. I did a bit of DJing then myself, and literally then we just started writing songs, and Sean came into me then one day and goes, we should get those songs recorded, I was like, fair enough, and next thing then he was going in to get food, and I have to record the studio book there, Andrew.
Just like that.
Yeah. So
well, that's the one way to do it. Just jump right in and have a go off.
So no point talking about it all the time.
And where does your musical background come from?
our father, pretty much. You know, he's
definitely,
the biggest influence completely in the music, and listen to all his records. He's put kind of our own home studio together at home, and you know, taught us from when we were babies, pretty much. We could play the guitar nearly before you could walk and stuff like that. But
and of course, just to let listeners know that Jim Long is your father,
that's correct,
he's been on the road quite a long time as well, touring and gigging and whatever as well. So he's well known around the place.
Very.
But no, he would have taught us from the ground up, like, you know, and you know what direction to go to. You know, always giving advice and stuff like that. So we're very fortunate in that sense. And he had his own home recording studio. It's worth about €1,000 or something like that, but enough to kind of maybe do demo tracks, and we're very fortunate to have that because
right.
You know you can experiment, you know, before you go to a proper recording studio, which is
and how do you find that actually? A lot of people, even myself in here, I find it very hard to listen to myself, you know, a recording myself. It must be even harder to be there and be very critical of the way you're, you know, especially your music or how you're sounding. You would be critical of the way you sound, I presume, when you're doing demos.
You'd never be happy with it. You know, anything you do, you're just never happy with it. Well, I find personally, I know, but
you were saying yourself with the singing and this, you didn't like hearing your own singing voice, where it's different maybe for instruments, you know, because you hear the instrument anyway, but you wouldn't be used to your own voice.
Yeah, we all sound different.
100%,
So you're in about direction. Where do you find yourselves going from here after the single? Like, what are your plans with the single, first of all?
What we're hoping is we're going releasing the single on Sunday, April 9th, and we're hoping to get it out then. We're still currently waiting on the track now at the moment, so there might be further delay. If so, we'll put it on our Facebook page, but we're hoping not. And we'll see where it goes from there. We done a bit of promoting on our Stepping Stones Facebook page. From what we did was we said we'd do a bit of competition, you know, just before the song comes out. So what we're doing is we're doing a competition for a Ticketmaster gift voucher worth €100, and simply all they have to do is just like the page, tag 3 friends, and just like and share the post, you know. So we're just trying to get it promoted, just to get as many people listening to the song as we possibly can, just before we put it out there, and we'll see where it goes from there. You know, we'll hand it into a few radio stations and stuff like that. We'll try and get a few gigs, hopefully, and you know, we'll see where we go from there.
That's quite a good idea. And of course, like you must find as well, I suppose you don't really remember when there was no social media there. Like,
100%.
It's a whole different ball game now.
It is. Yeah.
You know, you can get that material out there pretty much
pretty fast.
Yeah. Compared to.
Well, you're able to promote yourself as opposed to getting someone else to promote you, you know. So I think that's the handy thing about social media these days, you know.
Yeah. And do you find it hard then to pick up gigs, or is it just you're going again? I suppose a lot of it is just self-promotion as well. Just get
self-promotion, just going into pubs and nightclubs and just asking, look, we've got this track here, if you'd want to give it a listen. We give our number, you know, you normally give in a letter and what you do and what songs you'd play, and you know, they get back to you most of the time, and hopefully anyway when we do that this time that people be getting back onto us anyway.
There's good music agents in Cork as well, you know, that would give you gigs. I remember one day we had 2 gigs in one day. That was a busy day, like, you know, and I said we could gig the day before and the day after. So we'll try not to keep too busy with it either, like, you know.
But of course, like, this obviously is just a hobby to you.
Completely.
What do you do in the real world?
Well, I'm studying information technology in WIT, so that's what I'm doing.
Fairly full-on course, I'd imagine, as it is.
I'm doing finance for Luxembourg Bank in Cork.
Oh.
You know, so fund administration. So no, this is a total different direction. You know, I'd be used to, like, you know.
But I suppose the backgrounds that you have would kind of help some little bit to where you're going with the music and that as well. I would imagine.
Yeah, you're always looking for it to be 100% right, and you have to do that in finance, or else you lose money.
And we won't say no more about that. So, like, you're going to be gigging down the line. You're quite busy as well. So, have you got any new songs that you're going to release, or is it going to be just drip feeding it, or what way is it going to work with you?
We're actually back in the studio on April 15th. We're recording another song. It's a bit slower than the one we have now at the moment. So we'll be hoping to get that one released fairly soon. We might be looking towards maybe the July, August months before we've that kind of out and ready. But again, we'll do what we done for this song. We'll make a music video and we'll record the song, and we'll make sure that we're fully happy with it before we actually go out and showing everybody it.
What are your music? As in, say, what kind of music would you aspire to, or what? Because like we've just watched the video a while ago, and I just asked you that, like, what kind of genre do we put it under? But you couldn't give me an answer.
Yes.
I don't know. It's
where who I'd like now is where I got a lot of my ideas from would be actually Phil Collins. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So There's Something on the Way to Heaven is where, I love that song. That'd be one song that would have inspired me now to write that song as well. You know, with all the brass and all the trumpets and saxophones and all that. So
the big band song,
big brass band. Yeah.
And how about yourself?
I'd be a big Rory Gallagher fan. For the guitar playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of raw guitar sound and all that. But I wouldn't be a snob to any other music at all. Like, I'd listen to all genres, but Rory Gallagher is who I'd be in awe of the whole time.
Yeah. And of course, Rory Gallagher, a local man as well. He was one of those icons, I suppose, that was never really got the popularity or he deserved, really, did he?
Not really, but I think I read there one time he sold 30 million records worldwide. He was very famous in Germany and places like that.
That's right. He was huge in Europe.
In America, they knew of him. I know Slash was talking about him in the guitar documentary one time, and he was highly regarded by him anyway.
Yeah.
I
suppose he was one of the godfathers, I suppose, the guitar players, when you put him along with, I suppose, Jimmy Page and who else? Eric Clapton, all these fellas.
Clapton, Jimi Hendrix stuff.
Jimi Hendrix, they were all around that go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sean and Andrew, for coming in.
Thanks for having us, sir.
You're very welcome.
Thanks so much.
And what we'll do again, a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have you in again, and we'll maybe get a couple of a bit of music, acoustic, a session out of you or something like that.
Perfect.
So until then, lads, take care and the very best of luck with that new release, okay?
Thanks
very much.
Thank you.